So I'm trying to figure out if I'm just like squeezing my thumb while bowing, or what's causing that.
Yep, we can do a quick review then.
So I mean, I think I have the bow hold itself. I just don't know if I'm tense. Like I know the pinky's bent, fingers here, thumbs here. Like it was getting tired. So I didn't know why that was happening.
It might just usually the tenseness as you're playing or something. Were you getting maybe frustrated?
Okay, possibly.
Maybe a little bit like that. And sometimes you dig in with the bow more than you realize it.
What was going on?
That could have been what was happening. Or there's also I know I'm going and going, and there's sometimes my thumb will straighten out or something, because you know how your thumb is supposed to be bent a little bit, and I'll be playing on an upper string instrument, and my thumb will straighten out or something, because I'm thinking about my left hand fingerings and stuff, and I'll straighten it out, and then I'll stop, and it'll go back in natural position. But the time that I was, you wouldn't even notice. And it took me a while to realize it. And somebody actually brought it to my attention last year. And so that could be it.
Okay.
Is the range of the biggest thing, though, is probably tension, or your bow hand is just getting tired. You played for a long period of time.
Okay.
And sometimes when that happens, when my hand just gets tired, or it's been tense and it's aching or something like that, I just set the bow down, take a break, shake my arm out or something.
Okay.
And that might help.
Okay.
Now, if it happens today while we're practicing, just let me know and I'll take a look at it or something.
Okay.
Okay? So, let's...
And scales. We had to do scales. So
yes. What scales was that?
I think it was D, G, and A.
Okay.
A or E.
2 octave, 3 octave?
I don't know. I think it's just one.
Just one? Okay. Well, that's not too bad.
I think the A might be the low A.
Okay.
Whichever one, yeah, because I think she wanted us to use the high 3.
Okay.
Just so you know what we're working with.
That's good. Just to start, just because it's a good thing, you're probably in the habit of it now, just think about posture. Let's do a quick review of everything. Okay? So, talk me through how to get prepared to play the violin.
You want to have your feet shoulder width apart. You want to be like not cockeyed. You want to be straight. Shoulders back and loose. And then I think when you pull the instrument up, you don't want to be crunching with your neck. You want your elbow to be in line with your toes, your wrist in line with your arm. So you don't want it here and you don't want it here. Shoulders should be down for bowing arm. Have a nice square. Fingers ready.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Now, just standing there right now, take a minute and think about the different, I'll call them levels of your body. Think about your head and neck area and how it's the contact with the instrument. Then think about your shoulders, specifically over here, and how these should feel relaxed and loose, natural. Going down your spine, a natural curve. You're not military straight. You're not slouching forward or anything. And then just think about the weight of your body going down into the floor. And the floor is holding you up as you're pushing on the floor. Okay. Think about it. And that always just relaxes me right before you go to bed or something. Okay? And now, a point that you made that I want to touch on, you were talking about your arm and being in line with your toes. And that's a good way to set up, but make sure you don't say, oh, I'm going to play way over here.
Oh, no, it has to be out here.
Well, and it's
like the 40, you don't want to have
you're saying your elbow. I'm interpreting wrong. You were like, yes, you don't want to. Okay, I was interpreting it as your elbow does it, because you know how your elbow has to swing. I was interpreting it as you were saying it should hold there.
Oh, okay.
So ignore what I just said.
Okay.
You were correct that yes, you want to be bottom line. Yes, you're correct there. Okay. Then the wrist, you're saying not like this and not like this. But you don't want it to be unnaturally straight.
Right.
Even as you said that and you released and you went to think about the rest of your body in the bow, your wrist came out just a little bit, which is fine.
Okay.
We had a conversation about this in class last week about how a lot of, if you watch older violinists, their wrists are sometimes a little bit, it's a little bit like this, okay? So you don't mean like this, obviously bad. Like this on the instrument, very bad. But a natural, just as long as it feels natural. Now, there are some cases where a student or somebody natural is this. That's not good.
Right.
But that's just from previous experience.
Okay.
But as long as it feels natural, I mean, it's almost, think about it, getting it in a good position, go on to something else, look where your wrist goes, naturally.
Right.
In that position, keep your hand there. But right now, you're looking fine.
Okay.
It's looking good.
Cool.
Okay? Okay. What do you want to do first? You want to play through this? Okay.
We can do scales.
Why don't you play through that?
Do this. Oh, yeah.
I'll play through this, and I'll just watch what you're doing and give you comments.
Warning, it doesn't sound like that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, good points were you're getting most of the notes.
Yeah.
You're aware of the bowing.
Yeah.
And you're aware that sometimes you are messing it a little.
Yeah, I know.
Which
Like, I can hear when it's totally off pitch, but I can't, like, when I'm going fast enough, I can't fix it while playing the note.
So, the other thing was, I'm dropping the instrument. The one point that I noticed, is sometimes you're thinking about your left hand, and then you'll think about the bowing, and the way you're moving your fingers is changing just a little bit. Okay. Remember to just drop it from the bass knuckle, and that'll help with the sound. Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
And especially with your third and fourth finger. See, your fourth finger. Try and keep a little bit more curved. You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want that knuckle to concave on you.
How to do that? I don't know.
You see, it's. I have. It depends probably because you're flautist. Flutist. I don't know.
I don't know. They keep changing it.
But if I'll show you here. So because I'm a bass player, my hand, especially these knuckles, you see how I've got that slight curve there? Now if I straighten, it's actually hard for me to straighten it out, but I'll do that. So one, you lose all, the pressure is more going this way rather than this way into the fingerboard.
Right.
Okay? So try maybe bringing your hand think about bringing the elbow under a little bit, bringing the hand a little bit more in towards the neck of the instrument. So
every time I push it flattens.
Does that help any? Bring your elbow under a little bit like that.
A little bit.
So that might be the beginning of something.
No matter what I do.
It might just be that you're not able to do it.
Okay.
That could be the possibility. Getting everything done. It's a lot of strength training. And a lot of it was just that sometimes when you go and reach for it and you end up your pinky would be almost straight. Just try and keep a general curve. The way you're doing that right now, that'll work.
Okay.
Just don't let it go any straighter than that. Don't do the whole pinky reach. That's all I like to call it.
Okay.
Okay.
So like.
Yeah.
Better?
Okay.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your left hand tense when you were just playing that?
I don't know.
Because your thumb looked like it was you're doing it. I could see the veins in the back of your hand. Tense hand, playing each note, and so you're probably gripping. You're gripping the neck is what you're doing.
Yeah.
So try going 1, 2, 3, 4. Just putting your hand down like that. Yeah. Okay. And to your thumb, it doesn't feel tense now, but when you were playing, it was getting tense. Okay. So just we're gonna play a little game. Put your 4 fingers down. Let's say on the A string. Okay. And I just want you to. How about we put your bow down? Because I don't know. And I just want you to take your instrument and hold it right here. That's your other hand. Put your 4 fingers down. 1 finger for it. And just tap your thumb. And work to keep it loose. Okay? Now put your thumb and then just rest it against the side there. And I want you to go with your first finger like this. Lift up your first finger from the base knuckle. And lift up your second finger. Without lifting up your other fingers. That's the key. Okay? Now lift up your third finger if you can. Okay, now lift up your pinky and tap it. Okay? So the more you do this
is piano. Okay.
And you just gotta think about you just gotta think about, and the minute you feel tension in your hand, you wanna stop and then do it again. And think about how to not get tension in there. The third finger is always going to be the hardest because it's the weakest in the way the biology of your hand is.
Right.
Okay? Okay. So thinking about keeping your hand relaxed and not letting yourself tense up. Try playing this again. Okay? You're getting.
Do you want to pluck it or you want me to still bow it?
You can bow it because that's how you're gonna. I'm gonna talk about notes now here. You're getting most of the notes. There are some times where you're a little bit off.
Okay, overreach or underreach.
Yeah, that happens, especially with beginner practice.
Yeah.
It's that muscle memory again.
Right.
As for sound,
the E string sounds way better. You missed it. It was pretty spectacular the other night. My sister helped me.
What did you do?
Huh?
What happened? Was it?
I think I was pulling sideways on the bow, so I was making this number the whole time. So now I can find.
There you go.
I've gotten the E string, so something sounded better.
So that all has to do with contact point and the weight of your bow and the string and playing out. Okay?
Yeah.
So play through it again. In the back of your mind, keep the tension in your hand, keeping it loose, relaxed, and I guess saying this. Try and think about your bow and your left hand equally. Because when you start thinking about your left hand and the fingerings, your bow is going to lose playing ability, and it's going to sound bad.
Right.
You're going to get bad tone.
Right.
And then the minute you go to your bow, you're going to lose track of where you are on the fingerboard and all that stuff.
Okay.
And it's just something they have to get used to with playing the string instrument. Okay?
Do you want to do the repeat?
No, it's okay. Just keep on going.
Sorry, I just lost
Okay.
myself. Let's sing it.
Okay. So something else that I noticed. When you're bowing and you're thinking about your left hand, and the one thing, your right hand is losing flexibility.
Okay.
This could be why your thumb or your hand was hurting the other day. Is you're not allowing your hand to move. You're doing the we'll call it the difference between a bow hold. You're holding onto the bow.
And the grip.
Bow grip. And what you're doing right now is you've got this shape, everything, and you're gripping it. And your wrist and arm is moving. I would say try for even more movement from the shoulder down.
Shoulder down. Okay.
Always using that shoulder, always coming from the shoulder. But let your fingers especially move a little bit more. Make sure it's flexible. So maybe the up, down, or diagonal would probably be a better way of doing it. You got it? Yeah, just like that. And just let your fingers move. It's gonna feel at first like you're gonna drop the bow. And you're gonna be worried about it. But actually, the flexibility in your right hand allows you to better hold the bow. Okay, now put it on the string, let's say the A string, and we're gonna draw the bow back and forth. Okay. So already, when you were playing this, especially on the longer notes, you were getting that
nasty sound.
The bouncing, which was the first thing that helped me look at your right hand, because your hand was tense, and that's what causes that. Okay. Now you get rid of that tenseness, and it's also going to help with the tone. As for notes, like I said, you're getting them. There's little muscle memory things. So I'm going to say for now, let's go through this, and if the bowing gets backwards, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay. Just keep going, keep the rhythm going, and if you make a mistake, remember it, but don't stop. Keep going.
Okay.
Okay?